Hi guys, today I would like to show you the maintenance process of my tank, a river nowhere. To me, water change is not only about siphoning out the water. To me, actually, what is more important is also to take out all the dirt and all the debris that is trapped among the plants. Especially the fogal plant and the mosses. I think these are the two types of plant that will tend to trap a lot of dirt. So it is very important for us to lightly pat or touch our plant to get all the dirt out so that we can siphon up together with the water. That is why I like to use a small hose and do this siphoning manually. Because if they say we are just putting in a big hose, they are just taking out the water. If you see here, I'm patting the plants. This is to get the dirt out. This is, to me, not many people are doing that, and I think this is a very good practice to keep our plant really healthy, our water really clean. If let's say you are just taking out the water, the effectiveness is not there. I mean, it is also okay if you just do the normal water changes automatically. I mean, taking out the water, go all the way to discharge the water and then fill up the fresh water. I think that is also okay, but I feel that this way it is more effective. It will give our tank a cleaner water. And especially for this tank, I have to do this siphoning and top up a few times. There is a reason. Usually I don't do that. Usually I would just do one-time siphoning until the water is, let's say, 30-40% gone, and then I will do the top up one shot. But this tank, I have to do the siphoning and top up a few times. Let's say, I don't know, 3-4 times. Because for this tank, the roots that I attach to the top of the tank, it is not very stable. Because this is the first time that I do this wood structure. So actually, it is not very stable. And I realized if I drain the water too much, there is no support for the wood, because the water is actually supporting the wood. So if I drain the water too much, actually the wood tend to collapse a little bit. So I'm worried that it might totally collapse. So I want to keep a certain water level. That is why I do the siphoning and top up in few stages. And I also like to use a brush to brush off all the algae and some dirt that it is on the wood and the rocks. I like to do it every time because I don't like to accumulate all this green algae on the wood. Of course, you can do it like once every few weeks or few months, but I like to do it every time so that I do not disturb the whole aquascape too much. Because if they say you accumulate all this green algae or all the dirt too much and you want to clean it at one go, to me it is a little bit too risky. You may destroy some of the wood because then you have to brush a lot more. And if you see in the video, I am actually brushing and siphoning out at the same time. Because if we don't do that, if we only brush, and all the green algae will be spreading all over the tank. So I like to do the brushing and the siphoning at the same time. So when I brush, I also take out all the dirt and all the algae spores at the same time. Of course, there will be still some algae spreading, but I want to minimize that as much as I can. This tank, even though I have a lot of woods on top, but actually the maintenance is still pretty manageable. I still have a big space in the middle. What is more challenging is to scrap or to clean the tank glass at the back, because I have some small tweak that is at the back. That is a little bit more challenging, but it's still doable. It is still doable. And I like to DIY some of the scraper. It is just some plastic card, and I glue it to a stainless steel ruler. I like to use this compared to the commercial scraper because the stainless steel ruler is flexible. Yeah, so I can bend it. If let's say we use the commercial scraper, most of them they are not elastic. They can't bend. So sometimes it is not easy to clean some spot if let's say the scraper cannot bend. So I like to use my DIY stuff. Now I'm cleaning the tank glass at the back. It is a little bit more challenging. I have to avoid destroying the small twig, but it is still possible. To me, maintenance, I don't mind if it is a little bit more troublesome, because I think this is part of the hobby. To me, if you want to maintain and keep a nice aquascape, no matter how difficult is the maintenance process, we have to do it. So to me, it is only possible to do or not possible to do. I will never consider difficult to do or easy to do. As long as it is possible to do, we can do it. I don't mind a little bit of hard work. This is part of the hobby, and we should enjoy the whole process and don't treat it like a chore. If let's say we treat a hobby as a chore, then it is not a hobby at all. So now this is the second time I top up the water. Yeah, so I have to always do it a few stages. And I also like to do the plant maintenance while doing the water changes, just to cut some overgrown plant and to maybe top up the plant somewhere else. It's the same like when I say I like to clean my algae on the rock and the wood. Every time I do the maintenance and water change, I don't like to accumulate too much and do it one time. I think that will disturb the whole tank and the ecology too much. So I like to do it bit by bit. And now I'm planting back those plants that I trimmed just now on some places that I like the volume to be more. I mean, if we do it during every maintenance, I think it is not too much of a trouble. If we do it like once a month, then I think there's a lot of things to do, and then you might feel exhausted. So doing it like every maintenance session, it is very simple. You just have to do a little bit every time. And I am dosing fertilizer. I only dose fertilizer after water change. This has been my practice for the longest time. And for this tank, I don't have to do water change daily, not like the next tank, because this tank do not have the water parameter issue. I'm not using those white cosmetic scent. They are cleaning the tank glass to get rid of all the stain and all the water stained. So basically that's it. The whole maintenance take about 30 minutes. Fast and easy. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.